Good morning, everyone. I am delighted to be here to celebrate the future of PHINMA Corporation, which has been in the business of making lives better for 65 years. Thank you all for joining us today. I want to start off by saying the past 2.5 years have been tough. The coronavirus pandemic has disrupted our lives in ways we never thought possible. Who would have imagined we would all be meeting virtually a few years ago? Even now, 2 years into this crisis, it is hard to wrap our heads around our present experience. It's even harder for the Philippines. Major news headlines are filled with great socioeconomic horrors. We are affected by global wars and climate dangers. We are facing economic imbalances that only exacerbate gaps and divides on the ground. National election results will affect the direction of our country for the next 6 years. This unrest is costing Filipino families their homes, their jobs, and their savings. Despite these challenges, I believe we are in a more hopeful place than we were 2 years ago. We have started to adapt to new ways of living and getting things done. We have suffered and struggled, but we have also learned so much and changed, hopefully for the better. We have learned to place great value in living the good, the simple, and the dignified life. I believe that is the defining story of our times. Not that we have experienced great sorrow and pain and loss, but that we have learned to get back and push forward. We carry with us remarkable lessons of individual resilience and collective growth. We are discovering new ways of healing and new approaches to sustainability and social impact. We are at the dawn of a mission-driven revolution for building a better normal where no one gets left behind. To do good while doing well, that is the call of our times. Every organization, especially the private sector, must be involved in this collective action of nation building. Gone are the days of mere profit generation and corporate competitiveness. Businesses are now called on to provide products and services with the prime motive of creating and uplifting social well-being. We in the PHINMA Group take pride in our efforts to measure our annual performance based on the impact we make on society and the citizenry. We take our mission seriously and intentionally. Through our businesses in construction, education, property, and hospitality management, we seek to empower Filipino families so that they can achieve the essentials of a dignified life. Our investments have always been targeted towards resolving the great inequities in these social development spaces. During the last 2 years of this pandemic, the PHINMA Group has become even more determined to pursue its mission of making lives better. The company has successfully achieved major milestones, operating from a 3-tier bottom line perspective, benefiting people, planet, and profit. We have expanded the scale and depth of our investments so that each measured step makes a huge difference to people with the most urgent needs. Our education group, led by PHINMA Education Holdings, Inc., acquired its 10th tertiary education institution and significantly exceeded its pre-pandemic performance with record-breaking enrollments for school year 2021-2022. This is great news, as we have been able to improve access to education and learning for as many underserved youths as possible. When we give young people the tools and skill sets they need to achieve their dreams and aspirations, it not only makes their lives better, it makes the entire nation better because we are contributing to greater equity and prosperity for all. Our construction materials group, comprised of Union Galvas Steel Corporation, Phil Cement Corporation, and PHINMA Solar Energy Corporation, fulfilled its mission of boosting the nation's infrastructure development in 2021. We have been able to maintain our bottom line through strategic partnerships, operational efficiencies, and margin optimization initiatives. proving the company's agility to transform the supply chain amidst this unprecedented, challenging environment. Our property group, PHINMA Property Holdings Corporation, has continued to build and provide more affordable housing for Filipino families. We have always envisioned a nation of strong, livable, and sustainable communities that keep familiar relationships close and warm while creating a tangible path towards self-sufficiency. Meanwhile, our hospitality group, operating under Coral Way City Hotel Corporation, sustained occupancy and positive cash generation through quarantine bookings. We are optimistic that the tourism and hospitality industries are bound to bounce back better as lockdowns continue to ease globally. Over the next 5 years and so, we have laid out strategic plans to sustain our forward momentum. We will reinforce PHINMA's position at the forefront of moving private capital towards social impact. Our businesses are directly contributing to progress and sustainability. We are excited to execute and distribute these breakthroughs so they continue to reach underserved families and communities. This year is a pivotal moment for our company. We are focusing our energies on building and protecting the company's brand and reputation in the service of impact. We seek to ensure the alignment and execution of our mission across all our investments and business units. Making lives better is the rallying cry that directs all our actions. We are also happy to announce that we are welcoming a new set of leaders at PHINMA. They are the next generation of change makers that will galvanize the company mission and realize amazing new possibilities that will lead us to even greater heights in our mission to make lives better. At this point, it is appropriate for us to give tribute to Mr. Oscar J. Hilado, who has advised us of his desire to step down as chair of PHINMA Corporation at the end of today's meeting. Mr. Hilado has generously shared his unlimited wisdom and guidance with our board as chair for many years, and we thank him profusely. Fortunately, he has agreed to stay on the board and assume the appropriately eminent role of Chairman Emeritus. Mr. Hidalgo, you have our most profound gratitude. Our outlook is positive, and so are our values, our capacities, our strategies, and our willingness to invest in the future. We envision a world where every child succeeds in school and has opportunities waiting, where every family lives in a good home, and where every Filipino has a strong chance of achieving the stable and dignified life they deserve. But we know we cannot do it all single-handedly. No one organization can make a difference in our developing nation unless they have willing partners working alongside them, delivering services, sharing resources, building the economy, and pioneering the breakthroughs this country needs. Filipino communities need our support, and we count on all of you to create with us a collective blueprint to help people have the resources they need to get to the good life. I firmly believe that if we work together, we can achieve so much. There are so many extraordinary things that are possible to achieve even in just 5 to 10 years. With the passion, expertise, and resources of the people in this room and in this meeting, we can fulfill our shared goal of improving the well-being of people in our nation. We can erase the divide between those who suffer and have little and those who enjoy the good and prosperous life. Achieving equity is not just an aspiration. Making lives better for everyone is not just a company mission. It is a business imperative. The PHINMA Group has always been serious about this, and we enjoin you to join the pack. We are all part of building the post-pandemic future. We have the capacity to affect change and do better. Let's all get to work. As I end, we'd like to take this opportunity to show you the work we've been doing in the past year. Our Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Pith Brion, will then wrap and share with you 2021's impressive financial results. I am confident that these will inspire us all to keep going. Thank you all for your work and your advocacy. It's a great honor to speak to all of you today. A pleasant morning to all. Thank you.